Walt Wells with the Colonels, a big win in Conway, Arkansas. Your kids responded to a lot of adversity.
Yeah, it's been a great week of practice for us, and they came out Tuesday, which is our first really hard day. They actually came Sunday to the meeting focused and locked, and I was wondering where we were going to be at. I mean, a lot of times when you lose a game to Tarleton like that, and they don't come back the way you want them to, and these kids came back the way they want to. It shows you they're a lot more resilient than me and the coaches. And then we had a really good week of practice, and somebody asked me in the locker room before the game, are these guys are we ready? And my answer is always the same. I don't know. We're going to find out. I said, but if they perform the way they practiced, we're going to be fine. And that's what they did. They came out. They had great energy. I think we're starting to get the right pieces in the right spots. We had Caden go down, which was, we knew, he went out for a few minutes or a few seconds, and then came back, and so we knew he had all his movements, all his extremities, and so we knew when he was taking off that he's safe. Everything's good. I mean, I don't know if everything's good, but he's here. He's getting on a plane with us. He's coming home. I know we had talked to his parents, so I felt good about where we were at there. And our kids just, kept a focus about them. And, that's part of growing up. We I've said all year we've been a young team, and we're starting to grow up a little bit. And I think, seeing some things last week in the first half helped them. And so really pleased with the leadership in all three phases of our game. And now we've got the task of being consistent and doing that over and over again.
Seemed like your coaching staff had a really good game plan for him, too.
Yeah. Really pleased with all of them, and they did a nice job, and we did some good things. And our staff, always puts our guys in a position. I think always puts our guys in a position to do good things. They've got to execute, and we talk about that being something. We talk about toughness, effort, execution, and energy. And we added the E of energy this week because sometimes I feel like when we come out in the second half, we don't. So when we came in the second half, I'm gonna give it to Hunter Gully because he is the energy bunny of our team, and so I think the first time he's traveled, and of course he's actually because he might have the potential to play, but he keeps it going in the locker room on the sidelines, which gives everybody else energy and fuel, and you can't play this game without some emotion.
It was a balanced attack. The latest stats I had were 209 on both sides, passing and rushing, and I thought that Burkett had his sharpest game, and he was protected very well today.
Yeah, I thought our O-line did a much better job. Credit to Coach Ravelette really digging in on them this week. And, we had a great speaker last night at our chapel, and he talked about leaning in and not backing up. And we challenged them to lean in. Lean in, and just lean into, he was talking about boxing, and he's 40-something years old and started boxing, and that's kind of been our go-to around here the last couple of years. And he talked about, he would shy away when the punches would come, and his boxing teacher told him, no, just lean in. And so we talked about leaning in last night and then today a little bit, and I think our kids took that to heart.
3 touchdown catches by Cal Wise. Great to see him do it the first time since Cornelius McCoy had 3 against an opponent in 2023. And you know what? Burkett doubles his passing touchdown total today, and those guys really hooked up.
Well, I think you're seeing everything starting to come together, and we've got to be consistent with it. I mean, this is one. It's not the only performance we've had like that offensively, but it's the first one where we had a first and second half like that. And of course, we put the bid in it, after the field goal and got 21 points. I was just trying to get out of there and not let them score, and us, get out of there without turning the ball over, and let's get this win and go home.
Your defense turned them over 3 times on interceptions, almost had a fumble recovery that was overturned in replay. We'll leave that right there, but just that defense never responding when the offense had responded. So as you talked about, good to see real, true complementary football today.
Yeah, all 3 phases played well together. I mean, we came out and got a good kickoff return in the second half too, and Cal Wise did a nice job there and gave us great field position so we could go down and get to score. And we left some things on the field. We know that, and we've got to improve on those, for next week because they're a good football team coming in. But we're going to enjoy this and thank you to our administration for that plane, right? And so we don't have to take that 11-hour bus ride home.
About 2 weeks away from having a full year without a win on the road feels good, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's been it's It's fun. It's fun to win. I mean, everybody works so hard, and and sometimes we forget that the other team does that too. I mean, everybody's been putting in all this time since the summer, since two-a-days, since training camp, all this travel time away from their family, and not to get the rewards of that hurt. It hurts the fans, but it also hurts us. And to have that joy in your heart after the game, it's something special.
What do you think the message will be to the team for next week? Because, again, consistency and effort has to stay up. And we know Southern Utah struggled a little bit on defense, but they're very good offensively.
Yeah, we're going to have to step up. We know Brad Gurley's going to be out the first half because of the targeting call. And, whether it was right or wrong, I don't know. It's like I told the replay guy played high school football with me. And and he was older than me. And I told the guy on the sidelines, I said, Tom, I ain't gonna say his name, but he used to hit me harder in practice than that. And I said, and they sort of got a chuckle out of it. But we just got to step up and continue to be consistent. I personally believe we can play with most anybody. I think we showed that in the first half last week. But then we came out and didn't do things right and didn't play consistent and got some selfish bone in us and didn't do the things we needed to do. And we got to keep cleaning that out and understanding that it's a team game. And, we've got the team all through our facility. We have to understand that and play with some consistency. And so I'm excited about that opportunity, and they're excited about it, I think.
Cabin on the Hill sound pretty good in a visiting locker room?
I think it did. It was great. They got some video, and Corey got some video of it, but it was great. And you know what I love? I love seeing those guys excited about singing that song, and that tradition should never go away here.
Sang it on homecoming.
That is no doubt about it. You got to.
All right, congratulations.
Thank you very much.
That's Walt Wells, back with more after this on the EKU Sports Network.